All right, I'm gonna do something that I rarely do, which is follow instructions. I have, in a buyout, I don't know that I would have bought this on my own, but I'm fascinated by it and really want to try it because I've seen some beautiful ones. From Color de Verre, I have a round box mold, and they have lots of tutorials on their website for this, and I've printed one out. This is the round 3.5 inch box, Color de Verre. I don't know, 3.5 inch round box. I don't see a code on it, but it is a box mold and a lid mold, and then once you fire them, you can put this lid on top of this box. I can't wait to find out how this turns out. I've seen lots of people posting them. Again, beautiful photos on Color de Verre's website, and so I want to try one for the very first time, and I'm going to follow the instructions, which again is something I rarely do. So to start, I have sprayed both pieces with Zip, which is boron nitride. There are other brands. I like Zip. I know it's expensive. It works. So, you know, you do you. And then there are fill weights. This is where I really get, where I don't follow directions very well, but in this case I'm going to, because I think this is fairly precise. There are fill weights. And so these fill weights are in grams. And it says that I need to fill the base with 295 grams of frit, and what you're doing is you're casting this frit into this mold, and then the lid is 115 grams. So what I have here is a little gram scale, and actually it's kind of like a jewelry or diamond scale, because it's got carats as one of the weights, but I've got this gram scale, and I've decided to do good old-fashioned turquoise blue, opal, and French vanilla, because I love the reactions that you get. So I'm going to use these two frits to just mix them up and create something. Now, my scale turned off, so I had this teared out. There's this little tray. I had this tray teared out, and I ended up with 45 grams of frit as I tried to fill this with the turquoise. It's showing a different number now because it turned off, but 195 grams, 145 grams means I need 150 of the French vanilla. So what I'm gonna do is zero out, tear out my thing again, and I'm going to put, without trying to spill too much, about 150 grams in here, or as close as I can get. Might have to do it in two measurements. Let's see. Yeah, I'm making a mess here. I got 141 there. So I just need 9 more. 9. Perfect. All right, so that is what goes into the base. Now I will do the same thing for the lid, but all I'm gonna do here is, let me grab a little tool. I'm just gonna take now this frit and mix it up. That's really loud, isn't it? I have a lid for this. I could put a lid on it and shake it like a maraca, but I'm not gonna. Okay, I realize that's probably really loud. Okay, so now, basically, all I'm doing is filling this mold. This is fascinating. I can't wait to find out how this turns out. Okay, so I've put it in the mold. I'm kind of flattening it out just a little bit, but I think that's about it. So that's the base. Now for the lid, I only need, what did I say? 115. So quick math tells me that I need about 57. Let's go with that. And 58. 58 of that one. So now I'll do 57 of the French vanilla. Don't you just love real-time video here? I could be doing this off camera and just confirming that I did it right. But why not just watch it with me? All right, 57 of that one. So if you don't know your suppliers, you should get to know them. The guys at Color de Verre are just so nice. It recently sold. I don't know if you knew that, but new owners are just as nice and amazing. And had a couple of phone conversations with them. It's just fun to get to know the people that are behind these products. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this right into my mold here, carefully, trying not to spill. And flatten it out a little bit. I'm not going to worry about flattening it out too much because this is all going to shrink down and kind of fill this mold. So I just don't want it to be too wonky. And now I'm going to follow the firing instructions and put it in for a full fuse for a casting. Okay, here we are. These have fired. I have not taken them out of the mold yet. This is the lid, which looks super cool. And this is the base, the box portion. So let's see how this goes. Turned out perfectly. You gotta love some zip. Looks like I got a little bit of it that came off and stuck in there, but that's easy to clean off. Sorry, I'm not sure if you can even see that. Okay, here we go. This is kind of cool. I'm not sure why I waited so long. I mean, it's a little box. It's not anything huge. So what happens is, because this fired in a mold, now you've got kind of texture and such on the inside, and you've got this like highly polished bottom. But the instructions do include a different firing schedule to shine it up and to fire polish it. So, which I think I may go ahead and do. Let's check out the lid. Turns right out. Again, some of the zip comes off, but that's not a surprise. So when I go to refire these in the future, I just need to spray those again with a light coating and I'll be good to go. Okay, I'm kind of impressed with this. So what happens with this mold, as you can see, there's a little bit of a ridge, which creates a ridge here, and in theory, those should fit. Yeah, check it out. They do fit nicely together. I mean, it's not a, you know, there's some movement to it, obviously, but it's a little, you know, jewelry dish. That's pretty cool. Now I am going to fire polish this because I do think I want this to be shinier like the lid itself. But check that out. Now, if you wanted to tack fuse some decorations or something onto the lid, you can do that as well. You'd need to put it, and again, the instructions call for this. You'd put it right back in that same base again, so that you didn't lose the shape, and you could tack fuse, you know, some adornments onto the top. But that's a pretty neat little option. So there you go. I'm going to, I think I am going to go ahead and fire polish this and do another firing. But that's pretty cool, and it's substantial. For the purposes of selling this, I mean, it does have a very nice flat bottom. I may put some little rubber feet on the bottom, just so that it doesn't slide around too much. But what a neat little option. So, okay, on to the next firing. All right, the box is done. Now, I use the fire polish schedule that for a high fire polish that comes with the guide, and for my kiln, it didn't quite generate the results that I wanted for this base piece. So I put it back in with a different batch of things that I was gonna fire polish, and it gets a beautiful fire polish. It did spread and distort the shape just a little bit more than I want. So I need to personally keep playing with the schedule, because I think the one that I used, I don't know if the temperature was too high, but there was a 10-minute hold. Their schedule recommends no hold. And so I may just continue to play with this, you know, in the future on other pieces, and see if I can eliminate the hold but go higher temp, or lower temp but add a hold. We'll play with it a little bit, but the lid still fits, and this is super cute. So I'm pleased with this, and I will definitely be making more of these. Now, you know, because it's spread out a little bit, there's not a lot of room in here, but that's okay. I actually have a client whose mother passed away, and she has some cremains, and she can't decide if she wants me to fuse the cremains into a piece, But I also mentioned this box to her. What we might do is actually put some of the cremains just right here in the middle and use some silicone on the lid here to then basically seal it up, but not so permanently that she couldn't open it in the future if she wanted to. Maybe put some embellishments on the top, and then that could be a little, you know, small miniature urn, if you will, for some of her mom's cremains. So we'll see if she likes that idea. And maybe you like that idea and something for you to consider in the future. If you don't like to fuse into glass with cremains, a little box like this that I would seal it up, is kind of a neat memorial piece as well. Okay, hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this, and please subscribe for more. I'm going to have more and more of these videos coming out soon. Catch you later. Bye-bye.